Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. It feels weird to not be on Twitch right now, just recording something. But welcome to the video where Highlander and I are going to be picking our Major 4 bracket for Call of Duty. Highlander, how's it going today, buddy?
It's going good, pretty good Wednesday. How's it going for you?
It's good. It's going good. Just had some Chipotle. Love the, it's good stuff. Good stuff. The
bowl or burrito?
Quesadilla.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprised me. I thought, I was trying to see if you're a bowl or burrito kind of guy.
I'm normally a bowl guy. But the quesadillas as of late have just been, they've been calling my name.
Never had a quesadilla from there, so I might have to
change
that up at some point.
Digital only, so you got to order it online.
There is a Chipotle opening up in my town actually very soon. So
that's very nice.
Well, there you go. Got to try that out.
Yes. But without further ado, let's get right into the bracket and a little bit of fun stuff. Highlander and I have obviously been doing our pick'ems the entire major. I'm sitting at 65 points for this major after an abysmal not setting my predictions for the first day of week 2. So I missed out on a lot of points there. I would be beating Highlander if I had done that, probably, but Highlander's currently sitting at a cool 66 points.
Thank you.
Oh, switch over your screen, but you're not showing the points.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm definitely not showing the points anymore.
Yeah. So we've got me. That's the entire leaderboard. Oh, no.
Oh, you're throwing.
Here we go. Yeah, so Highlander's got one more point ahead of me, and then I'm here, and then the off-the-cuff one, which just don't worry about that. That was a failed thing of mine. So,
well, it's not really a fail. Thing of you didn't know if I was going to use my own or if I was going to use the off-the-cuff one.
That's true.
So that was what I was for, and then
that's true. So, our predictions for the major, as we were talking about in our episode that just went up live earlier today. If you haven't checked out the podcast for today that just went up today, you better go back and check that out. Great podcast as usual. But we wanted to get this out to anyone who cares before the matches start for today. So we're recording this on Wednesday night, but this is going to come out Thursday before the first matches go live. So speaking of the first matches, let's go in order. We've got LA Thieves at Minnesota Rocker kicking us off for the first match of the day.
Is it?
It is. Yeah. 1:30 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Is the Thieves. Yep.
That just confused me because I was looking up here and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Time. Yeah. Smart me.
Yes. So, as for me, I've got the Thieves taking this in a hot 3-0.
Yeah. I'm going 3-0 here.
He's going 3-0 as well. So, yeah. So Highlander kick us off with the 3:00 match: New York Subliners versus Vegas Legion.
This is where I'm making my first bold prediction here. I'm calling a 3-2 Vegas.
3-2 Vegas. Okay.
Making a bold statement there.
Yeah.
I think they surprised New York on land with the new team. Standy has been doing fantastic for them.
He has.
I think on land, this team surprises everyone and beats New York.
That's not too crazy of a hot take, because I also have the Legion coming out and 3-1ing the Subliners.
Oh, okay.
They are going to 3-1 the Subliners and just continue on their dominant major so far.
Okay.
So that's what I've got. And then next one up is Optic versus Boston.
This will be good.
This should be good. I mean, this is, repeat of last major. First match for both of them was Optic versus Boston at Major 3, and Boston knocked Optic down to the losers bracket where they made that insane run and got their revenge later on. So this time around, though, what?
I don't think it happens.
You don't think that happens? I don't think it happens either. I'm going Optic with a swift 3-0 here.
Really? I'm going 3-1 here.
Yeah.
I think Boston takes the search.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Optic's going to come out on the respawns and just dominate.
I think Optic are not going to let what happened last major happen again.
Exactly. No, there's no shot.
No.
They can't.
No. So close us off for the day here, Highlander. Seattle Surge, Atlanta FaZe. This should be a good match. if
this is gonna be a
FaZe
good one.
can find their groove.
But the way FaZe has been playing recently and Seattle's been playing, I'm gonna go Seattle with a 3-1.
Okay. Seattle with a 3-1. It's an interesting take. Because this is where we differ for the first time. I have Atlanta FaZe finding their mettle with a 3-2 victory. I think they're going to find their search and destroy game again, and I think they're going to either take the control or take one of the hard points. I think they're going to show up on LAN. I think they're going to be sick of everyone calling them out and saying that they're, a C tier team at the moment, which they haven't looked good. I'll be honest, but
No.
FaZe on LAN is a different beast, different animal. So,
100%.
So that's where our brackets differ for the first time. So as we stand, I've got winners round 2, Optic versus Legion, and then Thieves versus FaZe. And Highlander has the same thing, except for Thieves versus
Surge.
Seattle.
Yeah.
So looking down here for Friday, elimination round 1. For me, I've got, for both of us, I guess we have Boston Breach versus the Toronto Ultra. We're not going in order this time. It's too hectic.
Okay. Yeah.
It's too hectic. So we're just gonna go down the line here. And so this is an interesting match because Toronto Ultra obviously won Major 3, dominant fashion, by the way. And this major they've looked a little lost, 1-4 in the qualifying stage. And I've got them going home here. I've got them going home in a 3-2.
I have Toronto. I think Toronto pulls the upset here and proves
you think
they're
Toronto
a LAN team.
pulled? Okay. I just switched over to you. Yeah.
I think they prove that they're a LAN team.
Okay. I like that. We differ there.
Which, I mean, I hate that because I like Beans. Beans has grown on me as one of my favorites to watch. But
Beans boy.
I just think Toronto showing up there, they have a lot to prove. They won, the last major. They gotta, and 1-4 qualifying. That's terrible.
Yeah,
they gotta come out here and show that last major wasn't a flop, and I think they do that by beating Boston 3-2.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, keep us going with the Subliners Mutineers match. Who you got in that?
I'd love to give Florida a little hope, but this is a 3-0 New York.
3-0 New York. Wow. Yeah.
It's just Florida has. I think they're what? They're one of the 0-5 teams.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, 0-5. So
yeah.
I'm going with you at the same thing. 3-0. 3-0 Subliners. It's not going to be close. Subliners going to be really mad about their winners bracket loss, and I think they're going to come out hot against a really bad Florida team right now. So, continuing on here, Minnesota Rocker versus the London Royal Ravens. That is the same for both of us. Yep. And this one is interesting because London got their first win
They did, yeah.
Well, not their first win, but they got a win this stage. And Rocker is 2-3, I believe. And they're still not looking good. I mean, they're still just not looking good, in my opinion. I mean, you drop attach for no reason, and I don't know. I think this major is very telling. I think they're going to bring back attach because I've got London taking this in a 3-2.
Okay. See, I have Minnesota winning this 3-1.
Okay.
Just because I don't know. I just feel like London did get that first win.
Yep.
But I just feel like statistically, Minnesota's better.
Yeah, that should be the case. You're right. But
if it was anybody else besides London, Minnesota's going home here.
Yeah. True.
I mean, right now, you put Florida right here, I think I would have actually had Florida even take it 3-2.
Yeah. I mean, could I see Rocker taking this in a 3-2? I could. I could see, game 5, this is anyone's match here, but I don't know. I just feel like the Rocker aren't on level ground, and I think London might have a little bit of life in them after they got one win. I mean, I'm pretty sure last major they were 0-5. I think they were the only 0-5 team last major. I could be wrong, but
I think you're right. Yeah,
I think I'm right. And so who's on screen? You're on screen. So what do you got? Seattle Surge You got
no,
FaZe.
it's
FaZe
FaZe
versus
Gorillas.
Gorillas for you. Yeah, FaZe versus Gorillas. Who do you got? Your FaZe?
No, without even hesitation, 3-0
Yeah,
FaZe.
yeah. And for me, I have Surge versus the Gorillas, and I mean 3-1, 3-1 Surge. That's where I'm going with. So, yeah. So elimination round number 2 is next, and we'll do elimination round, then we'll go winners round 2. Or actually, let's do both elimination rounds. No, we can't do both elimination rounds. Okay, never mind. So elimination round 2, then winners round 2. I'm on screen, so I'm gonna kick it off with bottom team here: London Royal Ravens versus Seattle Surge, which is the first time that our brackets actually completely differ.
They're so different.
You have Rocker FaZe, I have London Seattle. That is a crazy.
Our whole thing is
actually
different
crazy.
now.
So for this, I've got Surge taking it 3-1 again. London they pulled a win out of their butts against Minnesota, but they're not going far against Pred and Sib and the boys. So that's how I see that going on. Who do you have for your Rocker FaZe matchup?
Again, like I said in the first one, if it was anybody but London, I had Minnesota going home.
Yeah.
And I have this being a 3-0.
Yep. A lot of 3-0s out of you. A lot of 3-0s.
Just because I feel like when it comes to like FaZe and teams like the Gorillas or the Rocker, it seems like the Subliners and the Mutineers, I just don't see them on the same level, technically.
Right. All right, so scroll up there, Highlander. You have Toronto Ultra versus Subliners. Yeah, who do you got taking that one?
This one is where it's going to be a little interesting. I'm going to have New York taking this one 3-2.
Ooh, okay.
Sending Toronto home there.
Yeah, I don't hate that take.
I just feel like New York's going to, again, they're going to have a little bit of anger from losing that Vegas one in the first one when they were the favorites to win it.
Uh-huh.
They're going to be mad that they lost that one in Game 5. And then they're going to have another chance to redeem themselves in the Game 5 against Toronto. And they're going to do it.
Okay, I like that. As for me, I have Boston Breach versus New York Subliners. In this one, I've got Boston Breach taking it in a 3-1, actually. I think, I mean, Boy Beans is going to come out. He's going to do his thing. Kremp has been looking pretty well for them as of his first, stage in the league. So I think both of them are able to get it done here, and they send New York home. New York not really able to get much going on after their Major 1 dominance. So I think that trend kind of continues here. Made it to elimination round 2, but not quite much else in the tank after that. So up here at winners round 2, I'm gonna start with the bottom of the 2 winners round 2. So I've got Thieves, FaZe, and you have Thieves Surge.
Yes, Thieves Surge.
Yeah. So for me, Thieves FaZe, I think the Thieves are just way too hot right now, and on LAN, I mean, if they can channel the same energy that they had at the end of last year on LAN, then this could be a very scary major for anybody that's not LA Thieves. So I have them taking this in a 3-2 over Atlanta FaZe.
Okay.
And for you, once again, LA Thieves versus
Surge.
Seattle Surge.
Again, Surge are a great team. But I mean, when we look at those statistics, there's a reason why the LA Thieves are in the top, like all their players almost in the top 10 of every stat. This is going to be a quick 3-1. In my opinion.
I could see that. Then going up top, we both have Optic versus Legion here. So who do you got in that crazy matchup?
I'm actually going to go Optic 3-2.
Okay, 3-2. Close one.
I feel like Clayster being the veteran will help LA or the Vegas Legion stay close to it. I think in the end, Optic's team is finally starting to form what we've all been expecting Optic to look like. And they get the job done finally.
As for me and my Optic versus Vegas, I think it's going to be a swift 3-0 out of Optic. Swift 3-0. Okay. I think Vegas, I mean, it's like people have said about them all major long. They tend to play down or play up to their opponents and that might be a good thing because they can play up to Optic's level. But I feel like not many teams, maybe aside from Thieves, are playing at Optic's level right now. And I mean, their teamwork, their cohesion. I mean, looking at that top 10 that we looked at on the podcast for this major, I mean, you didn't see many Optic guys in those top 10, but there's still a 5-0 dominant squad. There's still a 5-0 dominant squad for this major. So that just tells me that their teamwork is off the rails, where famously for Optic, it's either they slay or they don't, and they lose because of it. So I'm kind of impressed by the way that they're not really showing out that much in the slaying. They're kind of juggling everything nicely in their camp. And I think that teamwork is just going to be too much for Vegas, who we've seen have breakdowns in the comms just in this past stage. So I think it's going to be a swift 3-0. Optic's going to come out and sucker punch them in the mouth, and Vegas won't really know what happened to them until it's too late. They're going to get knocked down. So
I can see it.
Yeah. So that brings us to.
It's either going to be like I put a close one,
yeah,
or it's going to be like you said, and it's just going to be
blowout. Yeah,
yeah, it's going to be one of those two.
Yeah. So elimination round 3, and our brackets are looking pretty. Actually, they're looking very similar. Wait, no, they're not.
No.
I keep looking at my own screen.
Mine's
for some
looking
reason.
a little spicy, to be honest.
Yours is looking a bit spicy for sure. So as for me, I'm going with the top matchup here. I've got FaZe versus Breach, and unfortunately for Breach, I think this is where their run goes to an end in a close 3-2. I will give it to them, close 3-2, but I think Atlanta is going to be pretty angry that they dropped down, and I think they're going to channel their LAN energy again and really take it to Boston. Not really take it to them since it's a 3-2, but I think it's going to be a hard-fought battle in which Boston just come up a little short against the S&D prowess of FaZe. So, as for you, you have Surge versus Subliners.
I do. And this is where I think it's the end of the line for the New York Subliners. I have a simple 3-1.
3-1, okay.
That one. I just think, again, the Surge are going to be a little upset getting knocked to the elimination bracket. And Pred is just going to go off. I think this is going to be one of those tournaments again where it's just going to be the Pred show.
Yeah.
And hopefully his teammates can keep up with him. And if they do, then this is exactly the path that I see Surge take.
Yeah. So down below there, you have Legion and FaZe. That's also another spicy matchup.
And what's really crazy about this one, I think this is the end of Vegas.
End of Vegas, yeah.
I think I gotta go FaZe 3-0.
3-0.
I think because FaZe will be so confident.
Wow.
They'll have so much momentum going for them. I think this is the FaZe of old that we'll be seeing at this point.
Wow. That's kind of wild, actually.
Yeah, it's a very bold.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really that wild, to be honest. I mean,
yeah,
any other major, any other year, you think,
that would have been normal.
You think Legion FaZe, and it's just it's a 3-0. So as for me, I have Vegas going up against Seattle in this spot, and this is the end of Seattle Surge for me.
Ooh, okay.
I've got a 3-1 Legion.
Okay.
Where, like I said, they play up or they play down to their teams after playing Optic and losing. I think they go back and Clay's leadership, he whips those guys into shape and say, "This is why we lost, right here. Like here, all these areas. This is why we lost. Let's buckle that in." And they come out and they thrash the Surge. I think that's going to happen. So,
okay.
Yes. So moving on, we're finally into Championship Sunday in our bracket here. And I'm not sure if I want to start with winners or... No, let's go elimination round 4. The way that COD should do things, but they don't. Looking at you, Call of Duty. So anyway, in this losers semifinal, I have FaZe going up against Legion. And I honestly am not really sure what to make of this. I would love to see Legion come out and win, but I don't know. I just can't do it. I got to go Atlanta
Yeah.
3.
That's the problem. Is you look at FaZe
3-1,
and you're like
3-1, 3-2. I don't know. I'll keep
that's,
it as a 3-2 for now. That might change for me, but I'll keep it
that's
as
the
a 3-2
problem.
for now.
Seeing FaZe, it's so hard to go against them.
It's so hard to go against it. Even though they haven't had a very good stage, it's still so hard to go
Yeah,
against
it's
FaZe.
still FaZe.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
problem.
Yeah,
Like Simp and Abizi, the Tiny Terrors are named the Tiny Terrors for a reason.
right. And so, with that said, do you have FaZe overcoming Surge here?
I do not.
You don't.
Honestly. I have a 3-2.
You're riding
hold
high
on.
on that
No,
Surge
hold on.
train again.
I am. I really am. It's gonna. And you know what's funny? It's gonna bite me in.
This is just like Major 3.
Again. It's gonna bite me in the backside again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have the Surge winning 3-2.
Okay. Wow. Spicy.
Not
out of the realm of possibility. It's not out of the realm of possibility at all.
Yeah.
So, going up here to winners final, Highlander, you have Optic, Thieves, and so do I. Who do you got taking this one?
In a crazy way, both these teams have been hot.
They have been
going to this, but I'm gonna go based off of history.
Oh.
And on LAN, when this team is hot and they find their way, there's no beating this team, and I got a 3-1 Thieves.
Ooh. Okay. I like that. Because for me, I gotta go the other way. I think they missed out on their own home major, made it to the grand finals. You know, that crazy lose record run. They're finally gelling as a team. I see a close 3-2 here, but it's in Optic's favor for me. So,
I can see that.
Yeah. Going down to the elimination final, losers final. We both. No, we don't. I have Thieves versus FaZe. I keep looking at my own screen. I have Thieves, FaZe, and honestly, I mean, I think that Thieves just bounced back here, hot 3-0, and they're back in the grand final. So, as for you though, you have Optic versus Surge with your fanboyness. Just kidding.
It's crazy that I just have to.
You're not going
no,
Surge here. Okay. All right. Oh. If you went
I'm
Surge here, I was gonna leave. I was literally gonna get up and walk away.
Optic's gonna be really mad.
Yeah.
They 3-0 Surge.
Yeah. Same. That's what I have with Thieves. They're gonna be really mad. 3-0 FaZe. So we both have Optic, Thieves, grand final. Who do you got taking this? You're in control right now. Best of 7. Oh, 4-2 Optic. Okay.
I'm just gonna say Optic's gonna bounce back really mad.
Yeah.
And they take it. And you know what's really crazy about this whole thing? Thieves are gonna go up 2-0 in the series.
Ooh, so you actually did it the way you thought it was gonna go.
It's gonna start off 2-0, and then Optic wins the next 4.
Ooh. That's spicy. That is spicy. I think that we're gonna get a game 7 here.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get a game 7.
Okay.
But
are we really going opposites?
We're going opposites. I have the Thieves taking this 4-3.
There's no shot that we both have the winner or the loser bracket team taking it. Wow.
I've got 4-3 Thieves. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I thought I was coming in here with Optic all the way, but just seeing that matchup and seeing Thieves come from the losers, even though we haven't seen a losers winner, I don't think this year. I don't think we've seen it this year.
No,
I can't recall.
No, because Surge is the team last major, and they failed. No, Optic was.
No, Optic was, and they failed.
Yeah, they failed.
And then Major 2 was FaZe against someone else, but I remember FaZe just going through. Nope. And then I'm pretty sure Subliners also just went from the winner's side. So I think we haven't seen a losers team come and win the whole thing until now. So
I think it's funny how you and I both have the loser bracket team coming out and winning.
We had the loser bracket
the opposite.
Team. Yes.
You know, it's really funny that we have literally the opposite of the winners final and the grand final.
Yeah. So that was Highlander's bracket. Here's my bracket. I didn't switch it before. Okay. So there we go. And yeah, so I have Thieves taking this Highlander has Optic taken this. I honestly, if you would have told me just gut reaction before we started recording this, I would have said Optic. But for some reason, the way that this went, my mind just said like, no, pick thieves, pick the thieves, do it. And
I like the little Emperor Palpatine there.
Thank you. So yeah, that's it. So
I'm going up here and hitting the save predictions because
we're locking it in. Got to lock it in.
I'm locking it in.
Well, actually, so I guess I do need to make my final decision here on Atlanta versus Legion down here, 3-2.
True.
I do need to make my final decision. I'm changing to a 3-1. Change it to a 3-1.
Oh, okay. 3-1. Okay.
And save. So can't do it anymore. Can't change it. It's done. Submitted. Highlander and I have both submitted. And let us know what your brackets are down in the comments below. If you like this video, give us a follow, give us a subscription. All the links are down below in the description box. Follow us on Twitch. Subscribe here on YouTube. Ring the bell. You know the drill by now. Find us on our audio sites, anchor.fm/offthecuffcast. Hit the follow button, add us to your feed there. And until next time, until the next stream over on twitch.tv, I'm JT, and he's Highlander, and we'll see you later.